Do you find yourself just randomly throughout the day doing this? Okay, don't blame me, blame Hulk Hogan. As a little kid, I was a big wrestling fan, and I love Hulk Hogan's 21-inch pythons. So I tried all these different ways to get big arms, and I got a workout just for you. Now I thought I needed big weights to get big arms, but I learned that you really don't need those. So all you need is a set of resistance bands, and we can go ahead and get those big guns. Yeah, powerful stare. All right, let's go. So the bands I'm using today are the tube style bands, the ones with the handles. These are Toro bands. These are my favorite bands. You can use any type of these tube style with handles, but I have some of my favorites. I do resistance band awards every year. If you want to look at some other options, go ahead and check those out. But I really like these. I have a link in the description if you want to purchase these bands. So I'm starting off with like a medium resistance and putting my door anchor at the bottom of the door. And this resistance level is just 60 pounds. And what you wanna do is you wanna first make sure that your arms are completely straight, and you wanna walk up until you have tension, okay? Now we're gonna put our legs in a staggered stand. You're gonna put your strong leg back, your weaker one forward to give yourself good balance and stability. And we're gonna curl up with both of these, just like that. And one of the main factors to make sure that you're getting a great contraction with your biceps is that you want your wrists bent backwards, okay? This disengages the forearm and makes it so that you put more tension on that bicep. Also, you see how my elbows are kind of hinged here to the sides of my lats? That's what we want. We don't want a lot of movement here, okay? What we want is to make sure that we're going up and squeezing that bicep to get a tight contraction. So it's very important that you let the contraction stop you. Don't just think like, oh, I've gone this far, I'm good enough. No, you wanna go all the way and squeeze and come back down. Now, one of the main important things that a lot of people neglect is not controlling the band on the way down. What we don't want is to make it so that we let the band just go ahead and release and come down on its own. We want to control it, just like that. Now that we know those details, we're going to work them out individually by alternating them, just like this, okay? So we're alternating, we're putting one back, getting the other one up, all right? Focusing on those individual biceps. And now we're gonna change it up a little bit. Now I want you to pull it up and hold, 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 and release. Up, hold, 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 and release. Both at the same time, hold, 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 and release. How about another? Hold, 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 and release. Okay, so now we're gonna take our handles off. Now we're gonna still use that same amount of resistance. And we're just gonna grab our handles. Let me just check to make sure the mic's okay so you can hear me clearly. So we're just gonna grab the handles here, okay? And so now our wrist is going from like this before, and we're going straight like this, all right? We're gonna do some hammer curls with it. And see, the great thing about resistance bands, when it comes to getting bigger arms, you feel tension all the way up and all the way down. With weights, it's very easy just to let that weight drop down, or you can just like hoist yourself up to make it seem like you're really working out your biceps, but you're not. The bands make you respect it. So you gotta be stable right here. And what we're doing is, we're making sure that we do these hammer curls, getting that tension right there in the bicep. Just working on a different portion of the bicep so we can really get that contraction. Now there's a little bit of forearm action here, but this isn't bad. We isolated the bicep in the last exercise, and in this one, we're gonna use some forearm, all right? So we're keeping ourselves stable. Keep going, feeling that burn. And you know what it's time for? Hold, 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 and release. So we're going up again. Hold, 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 and release. Up again. Hold, 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 and release. I'm gonna ask you a favor real quick before we get into the next exercise. As I was setting this up, a lot of stuff failed, some things broke. Mrs. Discipline Dave is mad at me. So if you hit that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. I would just ask for you to do that, sacrificing all this equipment that fell down. So if you can hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we're gonna take our handles and we're gonna put them back on. And this exercise is really gonna focus on our forearms here. So the key here is that instead of, see right here how our palms are, they were down here when we were doing the first exercise, we're gonna turn that around. You see that? We're gonna turn that around. We're gonna turn those arms around. All right, and so we're gonna start off with tension here. And so for here, we're gonna do a reverse curl, okay? And we're really gonna focus on, you see right here, that tension on the forearm. Now I want you to keep your elbows pinned, okay? And right here, I want you to notice here, when I go around here, I'm getting a little bit of slack here. That's cheating. You don't want to cheat. So I'm gonna turn this camera a little bit more so you can see me. Here, get some tension, all right? So now, we want tension all the way through, okay? So if you find that happening for you, I want you to stop it and step back a little bit and get some tension. So you notice my wrists are coming up here, and you see how much contraction I have right there in the forearm. You see that? That's what we want, okay? A lot of people neglect working out their forearms when they're working out their arms, but if you notice when you do curls, there's a lot of tension there in the forearms. So what happens is a lot of people plateau. They really develop their biceps, and they never can increase resistance because they haven't developed their forearms. But here, on the Discipline Dave channel, we know it works. So you wanna just go ahead, just like that, and really feel that contraction of the forearms, okay? All the way up, squeeze, holding it there for a second, back down. And remember, you're controlling the band all the way. Control the band, don't let the band control you. Leave a comment right there. That's how I know you're a real one. You're the real deal. Put a comment saying, control the band. Don't let the band control you. All right. Okay, this next exercise is gonna work out our triceps. And with this exercise, there's a lot of controversy on how this works properly for your triceps. A lot of people do this wrong. Okay, so I know in some previous videos, people left comments said this is a lat exercise. I'm just gonna kind of show you a little bit of a preview of what we're doing here. Okay, so a lot of people look at that and say, this doesn't work out your triceps, it works out your lats. It depends on your position. Now, it's the same type of hinge position in your back. You definitely wanna do that, okay? So make sure your back is at a 45-degree angle. The key to making sure this works out your triceps and not your lats is this movement. If you make sure that they bent right here and hinge down all the way, you see, you got tricep action here. Now, if they're straight like this and you keep them straight, we've got lat action there, all right? But this is an arm workout video, so I just wanna make sure you know the difference. So we're getting those elbows pinned in here, and we're coming down just like that. We are only contracting our triceps. Now, another key factor to make sure you're using proper technique is that you want to go all the way full extension. You don't want to short chain yourself here, okay? You don't want to use a lot of momentum like that, okay? Hinged right here, back at a 45-degree angle, and we're just going in just like that, okay? Now let's go ahead and rep this out here. Now, speaking of reps and sets, I get a lot of questions about that. Now, I have a theory about sets and reps, and if you want to know what that theory is, or if you want to know how many sets and reps to do with this exercise, go ahead and check out this video. I made a whole video about sets and reps. But what I want you to do right now is just follow along, okay? Don't shortchange yourself all the way until you squeeze here, okay? And now we're just gonna show off them triceps. Bam! Hold, 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 hold. How they looking? How they looking? Look in the mirror right now. Okay, now release. We're gonna do it again. Hold, 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 hold. This is the move that makes those shirts hug the sleeves. Just like that, okay? Maybe it's arms hug the sleeves. You know what I mean. All right. Repping it out. And we're gonna hold again. Hold, hold, hold. Hey, I see you over here. Hold, hold, hold. And release. We're gonna just do 2 here. And we're almost done. No, not yet. We're gonna hold, 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 and release. All right. So we're gonna make sure that we start off with tension here, and we're gonna flex our arms all the way forward right here with some overhead tricep extensions, okay? Now the key is on the way back here, I want you to feel that stretch. When I say feel that stretch, like right here, okay? When it comes back, I want you to feel that right there. Live in that moment and push, bam, all the way till it squeezes. We come back, bam, all the way till it squeezes, okay? There we go. Keep your body stable, and we're only pushing forward on our triceps, okay? Just like that. I want you to keep going and control it. Now, when I say control the band, I don't mean you have to go slow, but if you're gonna go faster at a faster tempo, control that tempo both ways, okay? Woo! Starting to kick in here. How's that feel for you? There we go. Woo! And we're gonna go all the way, and we're gonna do my favorite thing I like to do. And that's the hold, 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 hold. Back up. And again, hold, 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 hold. Back up. Again, hold, 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 hold. Back up and release. All right. So now we're just gonna spin around here, and we're actually going to go ahead and do another bicep exercise here because we got our position right perfectly where we want. So what we want to do is, okay, we're going to elevate our arms just like this. Elevate. Elevating the workout, elevating the arms. And then we're squeezing just like that, okay? Now right here, I'm kind of shortchanging myself. So what you want to do is, go ahead, I'm gonna adjust this camera a little bit so you can see this full extension. All right, you see this here? All right, so now, you see that there? We're squeezing. Now I want you to try your best as possible to maintain this height of your arms, okay? Don't go ahead and move those elbows in different directions. Oh, hitting ceiling fan right there. Okay? Leave them elevated, and here, right there. This creates that baseball effect in your arm, okay? When you're doing that flex, just like that. And just like in the first exercise, what I want you to do is keep your wrist bent backwards. There we go. Pumping it out. Feel it, hold it, hold it, hold it, feel it, and release. And we're pulling. And we're feeling it. Hold, 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 and release. Pull it again. Hold, 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 and release. Now, a lot of people are really liking this style of workouts. You've really been responding to these videos. So I went ahead and created a playlist for this style of workout. So if you're looking to work out other body parts, go ahead and click this video. And if you're a person right now and you haven't started out working out and you're trying to get rid of man boobs, click this video right here because a lot of people like this one.